The aftermath of SummerSlam is bound to be felt here tonight. We are live from the River City of Grand Rapids, Michigan, inside a sold-out Van Andel Arena for what promises to be a Monday Night Raw draped in championship gold. Kicking things off in moments, the World Tag Team titles are set to be contested. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa of DIY approach an looming battle with Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis of the Wyatt Sicks. The Wyatts have been hunting DIY for months. They clash in moments. Also here tonight in Grand Rapids, the Women's Intercontinental Championship will be on the line. Alexa Bliss has earned her way to this championship fight. She takes on Alba Fire live and in living color. And in your main event, hot off the heels of their respective SummerSlam victories, the Second City Saint, CM Punk, reignites an age-old rivalry with the 17-time WWE Champion John Cena. The gold's on the line right here on Raw. I cannot think of a better way to kick things off tonight than with the highly anticipated, months in the making, World Tag Team Championship collision. It was all the way back in June that the Wyatt Sicks arrived here on Monday Night Raw, and they've had one target ever since, that being DIY. The wait for the Wyatts is finally over. The Wyatt Sicks have come to Grand Rapids to collect. I would not want to be in the shoes of Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, who in some way, shape, or form have ran into the Wyatt Sicks several times over the last few months and have not found the success that they could so desire. Leading the charge, the man in the middle, Bo Dallas, better known in this group as Uncle Howdy. But tonight, the eyes of the world, the lights of the Fireflies, are on Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis, the two men who look to challenge DIY and take their World Tag Team Championship away. The Wyatts believe Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa are two changed individuals. The two men who were once hard workers, scratching and clawing for their opportunities in this industry, earning everything that they got. They changed their ways. They took underhanded tactics. They did anything they had to do to win the World Tag Team titles earlier this year. And as Uncle Howdy once said, the time to repent has come and gone. I got goosebumps here in Grand Rapids. It is time for DIY to face the music. You like their attitudes or not? At the end of the day, up until the arrival of the Wyatt Sicks, nobody was denying the success of Gargano and Ciampa. They won those World Tag Team titles all the way back in March at WrestleMania, defeating Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Since then, they have retained the gold over the teams such as New Day, such as the War Raiders here on Monday Night Raw. But ever since June, the Wyatts have been a thorn in the side of Gargano and Ciampa. Whether it was a six-man tag where they recruited Grayson Waller to be on their side, whether it's Tommaso Ciampa going one-on-one with Uncle Howdy, DIY has not been able to find the success against this family. Well, tonight it's put up or shut up. We said it was going to be a night draped in gold, and this is how you kick things off. The World Tag Team titles are on the line, live here on Monday Night Raw. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa have had a hell of a reign thus far, but is tonight where it all comes crashing down? Or will they be able to figure out the puzzle that is the Wyatt Sicks?
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall and is for the World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 479 pounds, Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy, the Wyatt Sicks. And their opponents at a combined weight of 400 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, DIY.
Well, the first of three championship matches here tonight on Monday Night Raw. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa handing over those World Tag Team Championships for what could be the very last time in their championship reign. The Wyatt Sicks came to Monday Night Raw with a mission. They said DIY's time to repent has come and gone, and now they're looking to crumble DIY and take away what they hold so closely to their heart, and that's the Tag Team Championship gold. There's Dexter Lumis hot out of the gate, taking Tommaso Ciampa right down to the canvas here as we get the action underway live on Monday Night Raw. The aftermath of the biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam, will certainly be felt here tonight as Dexter Lumis sends Tommaso Ciampa into the corner and is looking for the Wyatt Sicks summer-long odyssey to come to a conclusion here tonight and win the World Tag Team titles. At the end of the day, the Wyatt Sicks have found success over DIY, but when the championships are on the line, we're going to see what Gargano and Ciampa are truly made of against this unit, as Joe Gacy now coming out hot. Gacy and Lumis so unpredictable inside of that ring are those two gentlemen. Both agile, both very strong, both throw everything they got behind every shot inside of that ring, and a nice belly-to-belly by Gacy. Such an interesting group of individuals, to say the least. The Wyatt Sicks have come together in recent months, and they have certainly planted a statement right here on Monday Night Raw for all of the tag team division to read. And now look at this, the Wyatt Sicks. What a damn 3D here. They might have another version, or I should say another word for it. But either way, Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy just opening up the bag of tricks and letting loose here. Tommaso Ciampa trying to find his way back into this matchup as there's been one-way traffic since the bell sounded. There is the tag to the whole shebang, Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano, who has been in the ring with the Wyatts as well over the summer, has not found the success he would so desire. Gargano now looking to take down Dexter Lumis, and he does, and Dexter gonna need a boot right to the chest cavity. And this is the first of three championship matches here tonight. The Women's Intercontinental title set to be defended as Alba Fire puts the gold on the line against Alexa Bliss. Of course, the WWE Championship headlining in your main event as the new champion, John Cena, the 17-time WWE Champion, takes on the man who defeated Gunther inside of a steel cage at SummerSlam. That is CM Punk. And it's all coming up right here tonight and more on Monday Night Raw, live from the Van Andel Arena in Grand Rapids. Meanwhile, Joe Gacy, a couple of haymakers there on Johnny Gargano. Gargano could be in trouble, could be going for a little bit of a ride, lands behind on Gacy, and now Poison Rana might have just neutralized the Wyatt Sicks, truly, for the first time in this matchup. And down goes Gacy. DIY meeting the horrors that have haunted them all summer long here tonight, and they are not looking to come up unsuccessful and lose those World Tag Team Championships that they've held for the better part of 2025 thus far. Incredible tag team offense there by DIY. This is what they got to do. They've got to work together like the well-oiled machine that they are. They've got to do what brought them to the dance. Tommaso Ciampa can't be mouthing off to Uncle Howdy at ringside, because that's not going to do the champions any good. And that truly just took away the little bit of momentum that DIY did have. Joe Gacy now soaring off the top rope. And Gacy and Loomis, unpredictable competitors inside of that squared circle. Don't know if they're going to punch you in the face, kick you in the mouth, or soar off the top rope. This thing could have been over there if it weren't for Johnny Gargano breaking things up and ensuring that a 3 count was not to be found, at least just yet. Tag made to Loomis once more. Here at the Van Andel Arena. Ciampa in trouble, and some tandem offense there by the challengers. Tommaso Ciampa may not have any idea where he is after that. May think he's in Orlando, Florida. Universal Studios visiting the Wyatt Sicks exhibit at Halloween Horror Nights. The only horrors here are in the middle of Grand Rapids, and it's Dexter Loomis about to send Ciampa for an amusement park ride off the top. Look at the strength by Loomis. Oh, I believe Ciampa got a knee, and he's able to get out of that disaster. Tommaso Ciampa now, look at the speed into the DDT. Going for the quick cover to retain the World Tag Team title. It's going to take a hell of a lot more than that. Got to commend the effort of Ciampa, however, to regain his composure after nearly getting dumped off the top rope with that superplex by Loomis. Ciampa now, once again, has got DIY in the driver's seat, but is the defending champions, going to be able to make the most of it? That is the question we remain an answer to. Will it be end new or end still as this summer-long rivalry comes to a head? Ciampa now into the air raid crash. And nearly retaining the Tag Team Championships for DIY, but Dexter Loomis still in this fight. Uncle Howdy, of course, Nikki Cross and Eric Rowan looming at ringside. Ciampa and Gargano just got to focus on the task at hand, and that is Dexter Loomis, who is in enemy territory right now. DIY, meet in the middle. Gargano into the cover to retain the World Tag Team titles, but Dexter Loomis digging down deep. Oh, man. Oh, now Gargano with a cheap shot on Joe Gacy, but somehow Dexter Loomis is still in this matchup. Gargano turned his back into a spine buster, nearly sending the whole shebang through the canvas. That was Tommaso Ciampa breaking things up, and now Dexter gonna go after Tommaso. Uh-oh, Ciampa in trouble, getting dropped on the apron. Look out for Gargano with the suicide dive. Things are breaking down here for the World Tag Team titles on Monday Night Raw. Gargano just sending Dexter Loomis down on the outside as Tommaso Ciampa's in pain after being dropped on the apron. Well, wait a minute here. Look at DIY with some tandem offense on the outside of the ring. The referee's at a count of 7. Of course, DIY could retain the championships via count out here. But I think even Gargano and Ciampa know they got to get an emphatic victory tonight to get the Wyatt Sicks off their tail for good. Gargano under the enziguri. Nobody home with a delivery. The Wyatt Sicks still got a hope and a prayer in this matchup. Oh, and Tommaso Ciampa. Honestly, looked like Dexter Loomis was the one going for the cheap shot, but he lines up Ciampa and he throws his own body over the top rope. Another enziguri fails miserably by Johnny Gargano, and Dexter Loomis sends Gargano over the top rope. Gargano able to hold on, not trying to fall to the weighty arms. The Wyatt Sicks at ringside. Dexter Gargano jockeying for position here, as the energy has certainly reached a fever pitch in this World Tag Team title bout. Gargano is down, out of the corner, dazed and confused. Dexter Lumis driving him through the canvas once more and elects to lock in a submission hold. Dexter Lumis choking the life out of Gargano. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide from the Wyatt Sicks.
Here are your winners, John Cena and Dexter Lumis, the Wyatt Sicks.
Well, when a referee isn't scared enough to get in the ring and give them their championships, the Wyatt Sicks will officially be crowned the World Tag Team Champions. A summer-long odyssey comes to an end as the Wyatts conquer DIY. Live on Sunday, October 19th, from the Uber Arena in Berlin, Germany. The action returns as Raw and SmackDown superstars collide for glory, gold, and unforgettable moments. Titles will be on the line, rivalries reach their boiling point, and these competitors step into the ring with everything on the line. From brutal clashes to moments of triumph, only the best will leave their mark on international soil. Presented by Noah Nation Gaming channel memberships, the lights will be the brightest at the Bash in Berlin. Well, the action is going to be off the chart over the next couple of months. Bash in Berlin approaching October the 19th in Berlin, Germany. And then 3 weeks later, we head to Miami, Florida, November the 9th for the 2025 edition of Bad Blood. Cannot wait to get to these two premium live events. Bash in Berlin up first 3 weeks from yesterday. October the 19th, we're heading to Germany. The Women's Intercontinental Championship is on the line. The issues between Alexa Bliss and Alba Fire kick it off in July. Oh, looks like Alexa Bliss has got some company here. Well, hold on, we'll get to that. But the issues between these two women kick it off in the month of July back in a Money in the Bank qualifying matchup. Alexa Bliss really outnumbered by the Unholy Union on that night, and Alba Fire was able to secure the victory to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder matchup. Alexa Bliss, of course, did not take too kindly to that. She took on Isla Dawn in a one-on-one matchup, was able to pick up the win there. And at the Great Balls of Fire, No Nation Gaming channel membership live event a week prior to SummerSlam, Alexa Bliss and the woman that has accompanied her down to the ring tonight, Stephanie Vaquer, turning away Alba and Isla in tag team action. Alexa Bliss earning her opportunity and has La Primera watching her back. But will that all be enough to turn away the second ever Women's Intercontinental Champion? One half of the Unholy Union, Alba Fire, winning the Intercontinental Championship back on the 31st of May in Glasgow, when she defeated Lyra Valkyria. Isla Dawn certainly playing a role in that matchup, just as they always have. The Unholy Union's numbers continue to benefit them. They have certainly made an impact on Monday Night Raw in 2025. While Alba Fire puts that Intercontinental Championship up for grabs tonight, and will a woman who knows all about championship gold in Alexa Bliss be the one to take it away from her? Moments ago, the World Tag Team Championship changing hands here on Monday Night Raw. The gold now lies with the Wyatt Sicks. Will a woman who has been a champion across all brands in WWE, in Alexa Bliss, be crowned the third ever Women's Intercontinental Champion? We're going to find out right here and now in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So much more action still to come tonight, as well as the WWE Championship being on the line in the main event. The Intercontinental Champion Randy Orton is in the house. Solo Sikoa set to address the state of the Bloodline and so much more here on Monday Night Raw. Intercontinental Championship of the Women's Division on the line. Let us send things down to Alicia Taylor.
Introducing the challenger from Columbus, Ohio, Alexa Bliss. And her opponent from Glasgow, Scotland, the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, Alba Fire.
Well, this should be a good one. Again, Alexa Bliss owns a singles victory over Isla Dawn, and Alexa Bliss and the woman who has accompanied her to ringside tonight, and the Dark Angel Stephanie Vaquer, recently turning away the Unholy Union in tag team action. But tonight's for all the marbles. Alba Fire has defeated Alexa before in singles action. Can she do it again tonight with the Intercontinental Championship on the line, and Alexa Bliss high out of the gate? Alexa Bliss with something to prove here tonight and something to gain in the process. That is the Intercontinental gold that Alba Fire has possessed since May. And look at Bliss letting all the energy out in the early moments. Alexa looking to show that she is not going to be a stepping stone for anybody here on Monday Night Raw. And that includes the Unholy Union. Look to continue to try to make their impact, but Alexa Bliss a lot more interested in possessing championship gold herself. And thank you all for joining us live from Monday Night Raw thus far. The energy has been palpable here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and it's only going to get better. Alba Fire now muscling up Alexa to a sit-out powerbomb. And the cover she goes, and nearly putting this matchup done and over with in a hurry, but Alexa's still alive. There was no doubt about it, an emphatic maneuver by Fire. Alba Fire has been able to rely on Isla Dawn many a times in the past to get the job done inside of that ring, whether the Intercontinental Championship has been on the line, whether it was that Money in the Bank qualifier back in July that we talked about. But Alexa Bliss has got Stephanie Vaquer watching her back tonight. Maybe that'll be a little bit of an equalizer, or maybe Isla Dawn is going to be a little bit more cautious, trying to stick her nose into this matchup. All remains to be seen right now. Alba Fire in need of no help as she's got Alexa down on the canvas. Fire now scaling the ropes. The Intercontinental Champion never been afraid to leave the soles of her boots. Oof. Speaking of the soles of her boots, Alexa Bliss just ate one right to the dome, and now a pair of them. Drop kick off the middle rope right to the heart of the challenger. And we don't want to take anything away from the talents of Alba Fire. Yes, the Unholy Union has relied on their numbers game many a times in the past. And Alba Fire, a great talent inside of that ring. Former NXT United Kingdom Women's Champion. Had a hell of a long reign with that gold as well. Did it all on her own back in those days, and is more than capable of doing it all on her own here on Monday Night Raw. Oh, Alexa Bliss missing wildly with that shot. Equilibrium may be thrown off. Able to catch the boot of Alba that time. Now a slap right across the face. Bliss did not come to mince words tonight. She came to get her pound of flesh and leave with her suitcase, if you will, 10 pounds heavier with gold. Alba Fire's own momentum getting her sent right over the top rope and to the outside. I don't even know if Alexa Bliss mend the center of the outskirts of the ring. Bliss cannot win the title on the outside of the ring tonight. Got to get the job done between the ropes. Bliss going after Fire, and Alba going to make her pay. Well, we know the champion might have just goaded her in that time. Alba Fire with plenty of tricks up the sleeves, as we have seen at the Unholy Union's arsenal on more than one occasion. Alba Fire certainly impressed with her own work, and maybe on the verge of retaining her championship via count out here. Count of 6. Alexa Bliss, however, getting back inside of the ring, but just walking into the waiting arms of the champion. Sends her into the opposite corner, and now going to cut her in half. Alba Fire just dealing the cards she wants. And now Alexa Bliss in trouble. Going for the gory bomb. Is the Intercontinental Champion, and lands flush into the cover to retain the gold. Not her yet. Alexa Bliss still alive. Alba Fire slowed the pace down, took Grand Rapids out of it, not looking to allow a rally. Unfortunately, one of her best maneuvers, unable to put away the veteran in Alexa Bliss. Bliss now takes fire off her feet. Paradise. Making a dose. Alexa Bliss now hustles up to win the championship. No! Alba Fire still alive. After the moonsault and the knees land, not once but twice. Alba Fire might have kicked out, but she's definitely got the wind knocked out of her, to say the least. Bliss may have this matchup exactly where she needs it. May be en route to crossing the finish line first. Fire getting sent right to the post. Nothing pretty about it, but certainly effective in another pair of boots. The challenger has started to take over here, and oh, hold on. Isla Dawn right off the edge of your screens here. Alexa Bliss, you can't be getting into a screaming match in the midst of a championship bout. You got to keep your eyes on the prize here. And Alba Fire wanted a headbutt. Bliss got her with the knee. DDT! Alexa gonna win the championship. Another near fall. Alexa Bliss might have purposely goaded Alba into trying to strike with that headbutt. Alexa caught her with the knee and the DDT. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. And now Alba Fire is showing her grit and determination. That might have been the challenger's best shot, as Alexa now knocks the champion off the top rope. Maybe we should not count out the veteran, as Alexa Bliss on the middle rope. Goes sore with the crossbody. This has been a hell of a fight thus far between champion and challenger, all in the name of the Women's Intercontinental Gold. Alba Fire on spaghetti legs. Alexa Bliss tried putting everything she had behind that shot. Did not pay her dividends. And a Saito by the champion, who now scales the ropes. Alba Fire delivers the Swanton Bomb. That is how she won the gold back in May, and it's how she's going to retain it tonight.
Here is your winner, and still the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, Alba Fire.
Alba Fire turning away a game Alexa Bliss for the Women's Intercontinental title. But speaking of the women's division here on Monday Night Raw, we want to take you back to SummerSlam when the 2025 Queen of the Ring, Lyra Valkyria, challenged the Nightmare, Rhea Bloody Ripley, for the WWE Women's Championship. A great respect, a great friendship between these two women. But when the bells sound in Cleveland, the gold was on the line and they weren't holding nothing back. Rhea Ripley going in a weakened champion thanks to an attack by Nia Jax 2 weeks prior, but that did not slow her down from bringing her best against Lyra. Unfortunately, she was unable to keep down what was a game Queen of the Ring, and Lyra Valkyria, 2 Nightwings later, was able to conquer the Nightmare and become the WWE Women's Champion. A crowning night at SummerSlam for Lyra Valkyria. But we are going to keep things going here in Grand Rapids. From one Intercontinental Champion to another, the bona fide future Hall of Famer, the Apex Predator, Randy Orton is live on Raw, and he's got some things to get off his chest. Ever since winning that title, to no surprise of Orton, the target has only grown on his back. There's been challengers trying to step up left and right, and I think Randy Orton's going to give him a piece. Wait a minute, Ludwig Kaiser! What the hell? Kaiser with a steel chair to the back of Randy Orton. This damn sneak attack by one half of Imperium. Kaiser, one of the several men who've been in the crosshairs of Orton in recent times on Raw, and dropping Randy Orton right on his crown at ringside. Well, remember, these two men went one-on-one last time out here on Monday Night Raw. Randy Orton was victorious technically by disqualification, but it looks like Ludwig Kaiser is here to remind the Viper that Imperium is headhunting and that Imperium wants his Intercontinental Gold. Can't get enough Universe Mode? PLE kickoff shows, live events, all exclusive to Noah Nation Gaming channel members. Hit the join button down below and gain access to more universe than ever before. We are back live on Monday Night Raw. We had ourselves a six-man tag team matchup on hand. Look at our El Phantasma, Penta, and some mystery partners. The exhilarating Luchador has dealt with a Legado del Fantasma problem ever since he arrived here on Monday Night Raw. Tonight he looks to settle the score with LDF.
And from Ecatepec, Mexico, weighing in at 87 kilos, Penta!
Well, Penta has defeated all of Legado del Fantasma in singles action, but to take you back to 2 weeks prior to SummerSlam, Penta, hot off the heels of a victory here on Monday Night Raw, was met with a sneak attack from Santos Escobar. Penta tried to fight back, but that wasn't until the arrival of Angel and Berto moments later. Legado del Fantasma outnumbering the Luchador. This 3-on-1 beatdown, hence the reason Penta has been trying to find some tag team partners for the six-man tag team match here tonight. Penta looking to even the score, but who he's got watching his back? Oh, we'll get a load of this. The Dawn of Monday Night Raw. And the Underboss as well.
And a combined weight of 472 pounds, Tony D'Angelo and Channing Stacks Lorenzo, the family.
Well, you got to go back to the late spring and early part of summer, the last time Tony D'Angelo and Stacks were here on Monday Night Raw. Those two men were giving Legado del Fantasma a problem as well, to the point where Angel, Berto, and Santos did all they could to sideline these two individuals. Well, it looks like the family is live and in living color back here on Monday nights and looking to align with Penta to take out a common enemy once and for all here in Grand Rapids. Well, this should be a fun six-man tag team matchup here. Tony D'Angelo, Channing Lorenzo, better known as Stacks, and of course Penta, who has ticked off this matchup, taking on Angel, Berto, and Santos Escobar. A lot of underlining stories here that have been written across the spring and throughout the summer here on Monday Night Raw, all coming to a conclusion in the fall as Penta taking Angel off his feet. Penta has burst on the scene in flying colors ever since he arrived on the Raw after Money in the Bank a couple of months ago. Undefeated thus far in his Monday Night Raw career, again owns victories over all three members of Legado del Fantasma. Able to defeat the head of that group, Santos Escobar, back in August at Saturday night's main event. Looks like Angel and Berto. Looking like a well-oiled machine there. And don't underestimate those two individuals, former WWE Tag Team Champions about this time last year on SmackDown. Penta now dead center of the ring, getting all kinds of hooked up by Berto and getting taken over. Well, Penta wouldn't have took this matchup. There's a cheap shot. Nothing out of the ordinary from Berto, but what he did do was turn his back, wanted the senton, and Penta was no longer there. Able to take Berto off his feet, and there's a tag to Stacks, the underboss of the family. Tony D, as well as Stacks, got points to prove and scores to settle against LDF. You try to sidelight us. You try to establish yourself as the only family here on Monday Night Raw. You better try a little bit harder than that. Remember, Legado del Fantasma blamed Tony D'Angelo for costing Santos Escobar a shot at the Intercontinental Championship. Los Garza had a problem with the two men, knocking them out of a #1 contenders tournament for the World Tag Team titles earlier this year. Eventually led to the injuries of Tony D'Angelo and Stacks by way of Legado del Fantasma. Those two men back here tonight, and they're looking to get even with that trio who is currently in control here. Gotta wonder, there's another cheap shot. To no surprise, the Emperor of Lucha Libre taking an underhanded tactic. And a cheap shot on Tony D'Angelo as well. Legado del Fantasma. Better stop poking the bear. Better stop firing up those two men on the apron because it may come back to haunt them. But there's Escobar, former 3-time Cruiserweight champion. Using his speed and agility and now a little bit of power to take out Channing Lorenzo right to the suplex. Never knocked the hustle, never knocked the talents of Legado del Fantasma, just knocked their tactics inside the ring. Escobar wanted the leg drop that time, nobody home with the delivery. There's Stacks sending him into the ropes. There's an uppercut. A little bit of extra spice on it, and now the tag made to the Don. Tony D'Angelo back into the ring with Santos Escobar. Just spearing him in half. Tony D'Angelo has put on some muscle. He is looking great, and Santos Escobar looking worse for wear. Down again. The family's been thinking about this fight for quite some time, and it's got to feel good to get inside the ring with Legado del Fantasma. Got to feel therapeutic. You just wonder if it's going to be a successful return to action. The family and Penta may have a common enemy, but they don't necessarily have the cohesion that the Legado del Fantasma has. There's Santos Escobar. Great strength being shown as he cradles up Tony D. But it just halted that momentum for good. Tag made to Angel. Goes for the super kick and it lands flush. He wanted a knockout blow. He got exactly what he wanted. Tony D'Angelo to kick out. Get yourself up, brush yourself off. The family have done it before, but can they do it again? Hard shot right to the abdominal. The power of Tony D certainly outmatches maybe everybody in this matchup. Another tag made to Stacks. Now the family trying to work in some cohesion there, and nothing fancy about that. Just a closed fist right to the rib cage to try to cost you some breath. Down goes Angel again. And here comes the exhilarating luchador, Penta, the undefeated masked superstar. Angel was the first casualty to Penta's arrival here on Monday Night Raw, and he may be the next. Out of the corner, look at Penta doing what has brought him to the dance and is what made him world famous. The audience just loves seeing Penta move around this ring. And look at that, look at code red. Another cover here in this matchup. Already seen a lot of near falls. It has been a hard-hitting, dare I say personal, 6-man tag team matchup. You got 3 men on one side of the ring who are looking to get back at the other 3 for pushing their weight around. Penta, oh man! Little cheap shot of his own on Santos Escobar. Escobar went flying, but he left himself wide open for the crucifix pinfall. Angel nearly catching this matchup and putting it away, and down goes Angel once more. Another tag made to the Don. Tag made to Berto. Fresh legs on both sides of the ring. Tony D with a point to prove. Berto trying to go swinging. I don't know if he got all that shot, but he got enough trying to take out the legs. Tony D'Angelo, however, reverses. Breaking things down to a street fight. Tony D's got no problem with that. He's been waiting to break things down to a street fight. Berto into the ropes here. What a powerful spine buster. How about that? You notice Tony D'Angelo not rushed into the pinfall. He is enjoying the destruction of Legado del Fantasma in his bare hands. There's Berto off a reversal. Doesn't want to get overzealous. May have unfortunately done so. And now a tag made of Santos, who comes in a house of fire in the Frankensteiner takedown. And down goes Stacks. And there's just no love lost between these 6 men after all their intertwining stories for the last couple of months on Raw. Escobar left himself open. There's the float over by the Don. Tony D'Angelo taking down the Emperor of Lucha Libre, taking down Angel. Down goes Berto. Escobar from behind. Tony able to counter. Another slam. Down goes Escobar. Chalk that one up as a victory for the family at Penta.
Here are your winners, the team of Penta, Kenny, Stacks, Lorenzo, and Tony D'Angelo.
Gotta be a therapeutic victory for those 3 men sticking it to Legado del Fantasma here tonight in Grand Rapids. We want to take you back to the events of Cleveland inside Huntington Bank Field. The biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam. The Bloodlines, Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. 2v2 against the visionary Seth freaking Rollins. And of course the OTC, Roman Reigns. An oh-so-personal battle that collided in the middle of the biggest party of the summer. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns doing all they can to neutralize the new Bloodline. Roman Reigns trying to do all he can to ensure that Solo Sikoa's mission would come to a screeching halt. And in the final moments of that matchup, it was Solo Sikoa who put away Roman Reigns with a series of vicious Samoan spikes. Solo pinning the shoulders of the OTC, and the new Bloodline standing tall at SummerSlam. Well, as advertised, hot off the heels of that SummerSlam victory, like 'em, love 'em, or hate 'em, Solo Sikoa is here with a State of the Bloodline address. You'd think he'd be in a better mood. Solo Sikoa has had a mission to steamroll over anybody who gets in the Bloodline's way here on Monday Night Raw. They want the success. They want the gold. They want the money. They want the power. And Solo Sikoa wants to do it his way. And after SummerSlam and defeating the OTC Roman Reigns, can anybody deny him? We thought Roman Reigns was going to neutralize this problem, put to bed this threat the entire Monday Night Raw roster has been dealing with. But after what happened at SummerSlam, Solo Sikoa may be well on his way to completing his mission. There may be nobody that can stop this man. The man once called the Street Champ, a former Intercontinental Champion, now believes he is at the helm of the Bloodline. Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, they've all fallen in line for Solo Sikoa. What the hell? Oh my God! sports and entertainment, the great one, The Rock, is on Raw. I think this is about the last person Solo Sikoa expected to be in Grand Rapids tonight. Out here talking about how Roman Reigns' Ulafala belongs to him. Well, why doesn't he take up that problem with another man in that family? The Rock is in the house. Oh, business just picked up. For the first time since last year's SummerSlam, The Rock has walked down the aisle. The Rock is inside the ring. Solo Sikoa looks like he's seen a ghost. What the hell is on The Rock's mind? Why here? Why now? We're about to find out here on Monday Night Raw. A bombshell announcement from The Rock, laying down the law here on Monday Night Raw. Solo Sikoa will get his chance to be the Tribal Chief when he meets Roman Reigns on the 19th of October, and The Rock will be the one wearing the zebra stripes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, huge news as we move towards our main event coming up next. Hot off the heels of their respective victories at SummerSlam, CM Punk challenges John Cena for the undisputed WWE Championship. It's live up next on Raw. Live on Sunday, October 19th, from the Uber Arena in Berlin, Germany. The action returns as Raw and SmackDown superstars collide for glory, gold, and unforgettable moments. Titles will be on the line. Rivalries reach their boiling point, and these competitors step into the ring with everything on the line. From brutal clashes to moments of triumph, only the best will leave their mark on international soil. Presented by Noah Nation Gaming channel memberships, the lights will be the brightest at the Bash in Berlin. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a night it has been here in the River City. Grand Rapids has been on fire for what has been quite the noteworthy Monday Night Raw. Well, the action's going to keep on rolling. Next week in Indianapolis, the brand new WWE Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria is set for her first defense. Nia Jax owns a recent pinfall victory over Valkyria weeks before SummerSlam. Next week, Nia challenges Lyra one-on-one in Valkyria's first defense of the WWE Women's Championship. And we want to take you back to the final Monday Night Raw before SummerSlam. Jacob Fatu ambushing the Intercontinental Champion Randy Orton. But one man came to ensure that assault would come to a halt, and that was the ruler Obafemi. Just a few days prior, it was Jacob Fatu ambushing Randy Orton once more that unintentionally costed Obafemi a shot at the Intercontinental Championship. Well, Jacob Fatu, for the first time, we saw him back down last time out here on Monday Night Raw. But next week here on Raw, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The Samoan Werewolf is going to be back inside the ring, set for a first time ever monstrous collision against the ruler, Obafemi, next week in Indianapolis. But as we just found out moments ago, coming up on the 19th of October, Solo Sikoa will meet Roman Reigns for the right to be the Tribal Chief, and the special guest referee, none other than the Great One, The Rock. That is going down at Bash in Berlin.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the undisputed WWE Championship.
But it is main event time here on Monday Night Raw. The undisputed WWE Championship is on the line, and there is only one rightful #1 contender. The Second City Saint, the best in the world. They're saying it loud, they're saying it proud here in Grand Rapids. CM Punk walks down the aisle with purpose tonight. Looking to reunite an age-old rivalry against the man who defeated him just a few months ago at Money in the Bank to earn a WWE Championship match at SummerSlam. Speaking of the biggest party of the summer, CM Punk putting to bed a bitter rivalry against the Ring General Gunther inside what was a absolutely, dare I say, disgusting to watch steel cage match. It got vicious, it got violent. Those two men tore each other apart. CM Punk threw caution in the wind on more than one occasion. But it all pays out for CM Punk. He was victorious at SummerSlam, and it is that very victory that gets him into the Monday Night Raw main event here tonight. CM Punk looking to take away that 17th WWE title from John Cena. The franchise is in the house. And he's got the gold with him. Conquering the unpredictable badass Braun Breaker in a hellacious fight in the main event of SummerSlam to become the record-breaking, never-seen 17-time champion. And John Cena back here on Monday Night Raw with the gold in hand and ready to put it on the line. John Cena announced back in June that next year at WrestleMania in Las Vegas, he would retire. He said he had one piece of business to accomplish first. And that was becoming a 17-time champion. Cena crushing that gold at SummerSlam. But now the work begins. The championship reign begins. That 17th world title is up for grabs. CM Punk, John Cena, lock horns once again.
Introducing the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk. And his opponent from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, the undisputed WWE Champion, the greatest of all time, John Cena.
These two men have had many battles over the years. It has become a legendary rivalry in this great sport. Their most recent encounter came back in July at Money in the Bank in Montreal, where John Cena defeated CM Punk to become the #1 contender for the WWE title at SummerSlam. Now they lock horns once more. A deserving challenger, the rightful champion. The WWE title is on the line. Punk and Cena locking horns. Loud chants for CM Punk here in Grand Rapids. Punk up for the inside cradle early. I think even CM Punk knew he wasn't going to get the victory right there, but anything to try to throw a man who knows his game, maybe better than anybody off his game, and there's John Cena now pulling the rug out from underneath Punk. Punk counters into a pinfall. Early action here in this WWE Championship main event. Man, what a night it has been here in the Van Andel Arena. It is our third championship matchup of the night. We've seen the returns of not only the D'Angelo family, but maybe even more importantly, the great one, The Rock. A noteworthy night, to say the least, here on Monday Night Raw, and the action going to continue right back here on Raw next week when we come to you live from Indianapolis. CM Punk getting a little cocky early on. I don't think that's the right thing to do when you're in the ring with the franchise player of this industry. John Cena, without a doubt, in my personal opinion, wait a minute, hold that thought. Schoolboy by Punk once again. John Cena able to kick out. Cena, in my personal opinion, without a shadow of a doubt, the absolute greatest of all time. He proved it yet again when he conquered that uphill battle known as Braun Breaker at SummerSlam. An incredible reign as champion for Breaker from December to August, but John Cena now sits at the helm of this industry, and CM Punk is hot on his tail. CM Punk with John Cena in the corner, trying to be the dictator of the pace here in this Monday Night Raw main event, but John Cena, even if that were to be the case, doesn't mean he is down and out. I saw John Cena be pushed around, be bullied damn near in that main event at SummerSlam against Braun Breaker, and he was able to overcome. John Cena defeating CM Punk in recent memory like we talked about, and I'm sure that loss all the way back in Money in the Bank in July is in the back of the challenger's head tonight. Not looking to see history repeat itself so soon after. This fight getting taken to the outside. Great respect between these two men at this stage in their careers, for when that bell sounds and the gold's on the line, they're not going to hold anything back. Referee had a count of 4, but rest assured, I don't think these two men are looking to go to a count out tonight. John Cena certainly has never retained championships that way, and CM Punk can't win the title that way, as Cena now with a couple of close fists once again, knocking the best in the world off his feet. CM Punk, I'm sure, is still feeling lingering effects from the steel cage match at SummerSlam. That was the kind of bout that takes years off of your career. But Punk here to battle, nonetheless. Fisherman buster into the bridge. John Cena nearly getting caught again in this matchup. CM Punk sees an opportunity for a pinfall. He has taken it, has not hesitated since the opening bell here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Oh, there's a knee in the corner. Signature out of the arsenal into the clothesline. CM Punk looking sharp here as he's got John Cena up against the buckles. And I still can't believe the return of the great one, The Rock, just moments ago here on Monday Night Raw. The news we found out, The Rock going to be the special guest referee for the matchup he has made for Bash in Berlin on October 19th. Solo Sikoa, one-on-one with Roman Reigns. The winner will truly be the tribal chief of their family. So much riding on the line on October 19th, but so much riding on the line here tonight as John Cena catches CM Punk into the powerbomb. What a reversal by the champion. And up follows up with a hip toss. Cena may be feeling a little sense of urgency, maybe feeling like he's got to play catch up here. Wearing those Grand Rapids colors, he's looking to do this city proud as he muscles CM Punk down to the canvas once more. Looking for retention of his gold, not just yet. John Cena and CM Punk, two men who are chasing the WWE Championship for quite some time here on Monday Night Raw. Cena once again becoming the man of this industry at SummerSlam. Now the record-breaking, never-seen 17-time champion. CM Punk looking for that to be an extremely short-lived reign. Looking to bring the championship back to Chicago tonight. Punk now unloading those lariatos in the corner, into the belly of the back. Just when you think John Cena was about to get back in control of this matchup, there is CM Punk showing you why he has earned the name of the best in the world. And now off the middle rope again, risky business, but this time it works out. Hits the Hurricane Rana. You gotta assume that's what he wanted a few moments ago before John Cena countered it up into the powerbomb. And now another Frankensteiner. CM Punk is looking good tonight. And now on top, John Cena may be in the drop zone. Macho Man elbow to the heart. And another near fall, but John Cena is able to survive. CM Punk doing all he can to make sure John Cena is looking up at the lights of the Van Andel Arena. That elbow drop from the heavens. Enough to put away a lot of superstars in that locker room, but not enough to put away who, what in my personal opinion, is the absolute greatest superstar to grace that squared circle. But CM Punk going to persist nonetheless. John Cena may be the greatest of all time, but that doesn't mean he's indestructible. CM Punk has beaten John Cena in years past, and who's to say he can't do it again? There's Cena now, off the reversals, got Punk a little bit dazed. He's going to look to capitalize, springboard, stunner. And now in a position. Looking for a little five-knuckle shuffle to retain the title here in Grand Rapids. Not a hit. CM Punk able to pop the shoulder. Great kick out by CM Punk. John Cena needed a hope and a prayer, and he threw one of his best shots that he had. But CM Punk may be feeling the effects of it, especially after that collision with the turnbuckle. John Cena may have CM Punk exactly where he wants him here, or maybe not. Cena now set over the top rope, able to hold on and avoid disaster. It could be a forearm shot right to the challenger, and a hip toss over the top rope sends CM Punk down to the floor of this arena. Brutal landing by CM Punk. That is enough to defeat anyone on any given night. John Cena now back in control. Off the hip toss that takes CM Punk down, and the challenger is looking weary. Punk now sent back inside the ring. John Cena looking to get the job done the right way. On the top rope he goes. Leg drop to the back of the neck. Cena in hot pursuit of victory. CM Punk once again. So he put everything he had behind that kick out. Ever emphatic is the challenger. We have got a good one here in your Monday Night Raw main event between two of the greatest to ever do it. John Cena, CM Punk, an age-old rivalry being reignited live here on Monday Night Raw for the WWE Championship. There's a reversal by Punk. Precision kick right to the dome, and down goes Cena again. John Cena now may have shown his best hands in this matchup. Starting to look, dare I say, a little bit exhausted. John Cena hoisted on top with CM Punk. Got in mind, Frankensteiner from the heavens. A rough landing for the franchise. But disaster is afoot. On the shoulders. Go to sleep by the challenger. But yet another kick out for the champion. Grand Rapids on their feet. What a matchup between CM Punk and John Cena. The GTS not enough to keep down the franchise. What will be? Oh, and another knee. John Cena just collapsing right to the canvas. I don't know how much these two men have left, but I think CM Punk's, at least from the sight of it, has got a little bit more left in his tank. Punk on top, awaiting Cena to get back to his feet, and an elbow to a standing opponent. CM Punk hit that elbow from a little bit different of a trajectory, and that's going to take a hell of a lot out of the champion. Punk could be looking for one more go to sleep. Cena able to counter a powerful clothesline. Ow! Attitude adjustment by Cena. And that is not all she wrote. CM Punk kicks out. Oh, man. Punk hit the GTS, it wasn't enough. Cena's delivered the AA, it wasn't enough. This is what the WWE Championship means to these two all-time greats. John Cena currently the man standing on the soles of his boots, but rest assured CM Punk's not too far behind. They're going to fight till they hear a bell. They're going to fight till their tanks are completely empty. John Cena once again up against the ropes. CM Punk now clotheslining him out of the ring. Punk may be looking to do what he did at SummerSlam. Throw caution into the wind. Suicide dive to the outside. Once again, Grand Rapids on their feet. CM Punk looking to empty the tank, even if it means putting his own body in harm's way. Springboard, crossbody to the outside, takes out Cena. Oh, man, whoa, wait a minute. Hold on here. Punk and Cena didn't realize, but Gunther's on the other side of the ring, and he just hopped the barrier. He's at ringside. Meanwhile, Cena, attitude adjustment to CM Punk at ringside. Cena's getting back into the ring. I didn't even think he's realized Gunther's now in the ring, and Gunther ambushing Cena. Referee Adrian Butler just called for the bell. Cena's going to retain the championship via disqualification. The hell's this guy doing here? Gunther, who lost to CM Punk at SummerSlam, now spoiling what has been a phenomenal main event. Well, Gunther's had issues with these two men all year long. These three superstars have been intertwined all year long, and now Gunther with the damn chokehold on the WWE Champion. CM Punk's out at ringside. There's nobody to help. There's nobody to get Gunther out of this stranglehold off the franchise. This is ridiculous. A hell of a main event. One of the best all year. Ruined by the arrival of the Ring General. This is now twice tonight that an Imperium representative has laid waste to a champion here on Monday Night Raw. John Cena and CM Punk's incredible main event going haywire. Gunther doing what he wants, and sending a message to both champion and challenger that he is next in line.